streets tell a tale. Especially in Denver, a lot of the streets have historic names that indicate the way the city grew in the course of the 19th and 20th centuries. One of the most noted streets, for example, is Alameda Avenue. Alameda comes from the Spanish term for an avenue lined by trees. Denver, for example, also has a Mexico Avenue. Mexico Avenue is a part of a series of streets that are named for states of the Union right next to Colorado Avenue. And actually, Colorado Avenue is another street of a Spanish-Mexican origin, Colorado being a Spanish term for red or blushing red or bright red. Well, in the course of the late 19th century, Denver streets became an absolutely chaotic mess. Every developer, every subsection, every different neighborhood had the streets named in one odd manner or another. The result was chaos. Finally, in 1897, the city of Denver teamed up with Arapahoe and Jefferson counties to rename the streets. The man who was in the forefront of these activities was Howard C. Maloney, a bookkeeper with the privately owned Denver Union Water Company. The problem, it seems, is that the water company didn't know where its customers were, and Maloney couldn't find them to send them bills. Denver, around the turn of the century, was still vehemently anti-Indian. Indians were seen to be savages. In fact, efforts to try to put an Indian in one of the public sculptures of Denver around that time was shot down. Rather, a man that Denver greatly honored at this period was Colonel George Armstrong Custer, which everybody knows deserved it. So where Custer Avenue hits Navajo Street, you know there's going to be tensions. Well, no sooner were these streets installed than there was outraged protest by the residents of West Denver. They found the streets to be ridiculous ones, with names that were difficult to pronounce and hard to spell, and they were none too eager about naming them for Indians either. And most of all, they were outraged that the Maloney system had destroyed the historic street of West Denver, the old Santa Fe Avenue. This continues into the course of the 1950s, when the city decides it needs to improve traffic for suburban residents and land speculators. Its solution to this is to tear out the sidewalks all along Santa Fe when it turns Santa Fe and the adjacent Calumet into one-way streets. The road never recovered from that. Today, West Denver is a heavily Hispanic neighborhood, where Santa Fe Drive continues to be the major commercial street of the neighborhood. So maybe it's appropriate that we still have streets like Acoma, Tijon, Vallejo, Mariposa, Pecos, Zunay streets around here, recalling how this is part of the great American Southwest, how Denver street names go and combine the heritage and the best of Denver, with Santa Fe Drive continuing to be the historic street recalling the Mexican heritage of the roads of Denver.